Hello and welcome to this video where we will be going through a team that has three premiums. Because why just have Haaland and Salah? Well, you could have Son or Saka or Palmer as well. This team has Haaland, Salah, Son and Isak with 0.5 million in the bank, enough to upgrade to Palmer or Watkins. Let's go through it. Our starting keeper is Alphonse Areola. He made the most saves for any keeper priced at 4.5 million last season. Personally, I prefer to spend no more than 4.5 million on a goalkeeper as they have the least point potential in FPL. He's a reliable mid-table keeper who pairs well with his 4.0 million substitute Fabianski. Our first defender is Crystal Palace's Daniel Munoz. He's a very attacking fullback who has low ownership and is playing in a Crystal Palace team that got a new manager at the end of last season, who has got them playing great attacking football, with Munoz heavily involved in the attacks. The next defender is Lewis Hall from Newcastle. He has played the most minutes in pre-season at left back for Newcastle, meaning that he is poised to start at that position for Newcastle. Is also fairly attacking and is a cheap way of getting into Newcastle's defense, which has a juicy opening fixture against Southampton. He also has low ownership, meaning that he has a higher potential of improving a rank if he returns. Our final defender for our starting 11 is Pedro Porro from Tottenham Hotspur. He's a fullback who loves to go forward and takes shots, playing in an attacking minded Tottenham team with good opening fixtures. Sticking with Tottenham, we go into midfield to Son HeungMin. He's still Tottenham's main man, expected to be on penalties, and he'll be playing on his natural and productive left wing now that Tottenham have a striker. But even if he doesn't, he's still an FPL favorite who consistently brings points. His high price is also key for when I want to pivot to Saka or Cole Palmer, or even dive down to Foden, De Bruyne or Bruno Fernandes. Our next midfielder is the pre-season king Jacob Murphy. He scored 5 goals and made 3 assists in pre-season, which strengthened his case for being Newcastle's starting right winger, at least for the starting good fixtures. He was also productive in his cameos last season, and his low price and ownership make him a risk worth taking. Speaking of risks, we have the Pharaoh Mo Salah from Liverpool. Many people are unsure how the new manager will affect Liverpool, but I don't think FPL's most consistent player will be shaken by the change. He seems to have evolved to become more of an assister than a scorer of goals, but that first game against Ipswich is too good to resist. Another player who is proving irresistible is Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers. To have a player starting and scoring at his price point sends shivers down my spine. His goal celebration isn't the only thing he shares with Cole Palmer, and he might be the next heir to the mid-priced bowler's throne. We start the forward line with Chris Wood. He has been scoring non-stop since the end of last season and all through pre-season. Awonyi, his competition seems a bit far off from full strength, so I bet on Chris Wood to maximize on the great Nottingham Forest starting fixtures. Next, we have the popular Alexander Isak. He was great for Newcastle last season, and most FPL managers think that greatness will continue. His high ownership does mean that his price will drop in case he does not deliver sooner rather than later. Finally, we end with the Nordic goal scoring machine Aling Haaland. Despite his high price, I cannot bet against the best striker in the league, playing for the best team in the league. Not going with him will be a transfer headache I don't want to endure. On my bench, you have Fabianski from West Ham. He should also be Areola's automatic backup in case Areola doesn't start, although Foderingham is a worthy but more expensive substitute. Next, we have Alex Iwobi from Fulham. Fulham's fixtures from Gameweek 2 are irresistible, and I plan to substitute him for Rogers in Gameweek 2 onwards. Finally, we have Cameron Burgess and Jack Stevens. They are starting defenders for Ipswich and Southampton, and they are there in case of emergencies. We also free up money for me to have a premium packed team. This is how the whole team and bench look. I have an extra 0.5 million in the bank in case I want to quickly jump to Palmer or Watkins when the good Chelsea and Villa fixtures arise. Also, to safeguard against price drops in my team, price rises in the market or emergencies due to injuries or suspensions, as my bench defenders are not the strongest and I may not want to sell my starting defenders if they are not out for a long time. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of the team and if you think it's viable to go with 3 premium players. Even though FPL raised the price on so many players, we have so many high potential low price players in the game. So this season will be interesting as it will force managers to take risks and make tough decisions, as we can't have all the best players at once like last season. Be sure to subscribe as we take this wild ride together.